In addition to my full tour, there will be a little driving review of this car. I didn't have much time with it, so it's a quick driving review. So here, take a look at the quick driving review of the Kia EV9. I have to mention that this is the GT line fully spec'd launch edition. Let's do some driving impressions then. Like this. Into drive, and it'll automatically coast. So I want to activate auto hold, drive mode. I like to have it in sport. Right off the bat, this is a comfortable car, very comfortable. I have the massaging seats on, and it'll start beeping at me because, of course, it's the mandatory. Oh, the massaging seat is very subtle, but it's nice. It's nice. It accelerates very fast. Okay, so you can have lane holding without cruise control. That's interesting. And nice. Okay, so let's see, how do I increase the speed? Blocking outside air for comfort, so it recognized that we was driving in a tunnel. So I can adjust the speed here to whatever I want. Now it beeps at me, keep your eyes on the road, so I'll do that, and I'll use the heads-up display. It lets me do the automatic lane change, and it'll also speed up, which is the correct way to do it when you are overtaking someone. You should speed up, and like the Tesla system doesn't understand that at all. It isn't as smooth lane holding as the Tesla autopilot, in my opinion. But it works nicely, and yeah, I feel like this is a system that I can trust. And the eye tracking is nice. It'll alert me once I look away immediately. The sound is great. No sound from the outside comes in, just some tunnel sound that will always come. There is a BMW coming up behind me. This Kia Soul in front is kind of like a miniature version of this car, but it's so insanely much worse than this car. Kia has come a long way. Let's overtake him. So we have blind spot monitoring in the gauge cluster. Awesome. It feels like a large SUV when you're driving. You can see the hood lines and such, but I feel kind of confident when placing this car in the lane, and when overtaking on slim lanes like we have a lot of here in Norway. I still feel like I can keep a safe distance from the other cars and don't feel uncomfortable when I am overtaking them. So that's nice, because some large cars will make you swerve in the lane because you're unsure how far you are from the car you are overtaking. But I don't feel like it's that large, but it's definitely a large car. It is. So it has so much carrying capacity and an actual usable third row. A lot of people are looking for a vehicle like this. The blind spot alert system in the mirrors is nice, but you also get the blind spot monitoring cameras in the gauge cluster when you are using your blinkers. This car feels large on Norwegian roads. It feels much larger than the Volkswagen ID Bus that I have tested. It still has good lane keeping, which will help you place yourself correctly in the lane, but These places are very narrow, and I can see that there is not much space on each side of the car when driving here. Okay, so the car has automatic lane change as well. You need to activate it. I don't have it activated right now. But highway drive assist will, which this car is optioned with. I'm not sure if it's an option on all trim levels. But it's adaptive cruise with lane holding, but also automatic lane changes when it sees that you need to change lanes, which is nice. So on bumpy roads or speed bumps, this car feels very solid. A lot of the bumps are just evened out and you don't even feel them in the cabin, which I suppose you would want in a car like this. So the steering input is less direct, but the bumps are less pronounced. I would say this is a comfortable car, and especially with the massaging seats, just sitting in the car is awesome. We are now driving on HDA, Highway Drive Assist by Kia. So the car steers for itself and it also modulates the speed. And I'm able to also override the speed with the speed I want. Let's say 80 kilometers per hour in this tunnel. It's smooth. It's yeah, like you would expect. It's a little bit worse than the Tesla and Volkswagen system, in my opinion, especially when it comes to smoothness of speeds in curves. In curves, it will sometimes slow very much down and then accelerate before the turn is finished, resulting in a little bit of G-force out towards the turn for the driver. And that's not fun when you are not expecting it. But aside from that, it holds the distance very well. You can adjust the distance as well. And works like you would expect a modern driver assist system to function. Something interesting to note in this car is that we often talk about this being a 800 volt system. Now we are at 66% state of charge, which I would call a high state of charge, and our battery voltage is just 590 volts, so pretty low for an 800 volt system, I would say. And a weird voltage at around 600 volts, and we are not even mid-pack. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I hope you want to see more of this car, because I'll be able to borrow it in the future as well to do all kinds of tests. So please subscribe, stay tuned, and I look forward to trying more of the Kia and Hyundai EVs. I really like their battery technology, and I think they are doing a step in the right direction with this awesome full-size SUV. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more videos like this and videos that are not like this, you can subscribe to this channel. I see a lot of people that watch my videos that don't subscribe, so please leave any feedback in the comments and I'll try to improve.